glad to be back. Yes, I'm loose from the noose. Yes, I'm back in black. Actually, I'm not wearing black at all. I'm wearing a pink fluffy jumper. I don't actually have that many black clothes. It's just not my colour, you know. Anyways, hello. Welcome back to my channel. I don't know why I'm saying welcome back to you. It should be welcome back to me, because like I said, I'm back. I was gone for a month, and I'm so sorry for leaving you to go a month without me. So today, to celebrate 25,000 subscribers, we're doing a little Q&A, also to celebrate the fact that it's 2023 now. By the way, I'm also doing a giveaway over on my Instagram to thank you all for 25,000 subscribers as well. So please do be sure to go and enter that before the time runs out. It's just a little way for me to give back to you all. Holding a giveaway is something that's very difficult for me personally, because I don't have a lot of money to go and buy something extravagant like an Animal Crossing Switch to give back to you all. I've still always wanted to give back to you all in some way, so being able to collaborate with a brand that will help me and basically provide the cute items to give away to you all for me has been really lovely. So please go and enter that. I can't wait to see who wins and what stuff you get. I think it's going to be so exciting. So today I'm going to sit here with a cup of tea and answer as many questions as I can. I have divided this Q&A into 4 different categories. The first category is personal questions. The second is Animal Crossing questions. The third is games, movies and music. And the fourth is YouTube questions. I'm looking forward to answering these. So let's get into it. The first question is, it's been a little while, how are you? I'm doing good. I'm really glad that I had a break from YouTube. I was definitely struggling last year. I do really struggle to find a good work-life balance, and I think that was definitely affecting me. At the end of last year, a few negative things happened, which honestly made me very depressed. I already struggled during the winter time with my mental health, and so this was just like a massive blow to that. But I've healed before and I'll heal again. That's just what I do in my life. Bad things happen and I heal from it. Yeah, I'm gonna keep going. I think things are going a lot better for me. Yeah, I'm just ready to start this year and try my best yet again. Is there anywhere in the UK you haven't been but would like to go? And it's actually my partner that asked this. Yeah, because I'm scared of planes, I don't really have any plans to travel anywhere except the UK. So I'd really like to just go to many places in the UK, especially historical places and places with really beautiful nature and gardens and stuff. They're like my favourite places to go see. So anywhere that has trees and flowers, I'm gonna be happy. Nowhere specific in mind, but anywhere in the UK with a tree, I'm happy to go. What are your favourite books or things to read? Well, my favourite books to read are romance and fantasy books, and anything to do with fairies. So if you have any fairy book recommendations to give me, I'd love to hear your recommendations. I'm currently reading the second book in the Daughter of the Moon Goddess duology. I always struggle with duologies. I always find that I read the second book a lot slower than the first, and I struggle to get back into it. I don't know why I do this to myself, but yeah, I would definitely recommend those books I'm reading at the moment. After that, I have a lot of books on my shelf that I'm excited to read. I got The Last Unicorn for Christmas. I asked for it specifically because I saw about this movie and that there was a book of it, and I didn't grow up with this movie. I know a lot of you out there probably did grow up with The Last Unicorn. I've never seen it or read it before, but it looked like something I'd really love. So I asked for the book, and once I read the book, I'm going to watch the movie. So yeah, I'm really excited to read that one. I think I'm going to read that one next. Oh, and I'm a big manga fan as well. I read a lot of manga, especially romance manga. I have an entire bookshelf in my bedroom that's just full of manga, so yes, I read a lot of that too. I've heard good things about A Court of, what is it called? A Court of Thorns and Roses. Apparently has fairies in and is like super romantic and stuff. I love romance, so I'm thinking of picking that up at some point. Let me know if any of you have read it. Should I read it? What is one thing you can always rely on to make yourself smile? My cat, Archie, and myself. I think I make myself laugh a lot more than other people make me laugh. I know that sounds really weird, but I feel like I can make myself laugh pretty easily. Even in the hardest times when I hate myself, I think I can just laugh at myself, which I think is really helpful to have that sort of sense of humour where you have a sort of closeness with yourself, like you're your own friend. I think I have made myself that way just from being kind of alone for a lot of my life, so that's the only way you can kind of cope sometimes, is to make a friend with yourself. So yeah, I do make myself laugh quite a bit actually. How old is Archie? Archie is going to be 13 this May. I've had him since I was 10. Yeah, I'm just so grateful to have spent this many years with him. He's doing really well at the moment. The vets did up his medication because they noticed he was struggling with breathing again. He's been taking the extra dose really well, and yeah, he's just happily living his life with me. I'm so grateful because I swear it was like 2 or 3 years ago now that they said he only had a couple of months left to live, and yeah, it's been years. So he's doing so well, and I'm just so grateful to have him in my life for this long. He's my bestest friend. So favorite zodiac sign and favorite element like fire, water, air, earth, etc. My favorite zodiac sign is probably Pisces, because that's my zodiac sign and I just think they're the best. Yes, I love myself. I just think Pisces are awesome. You know, we're dreamy, artistic, romantic. Apart from Pisces men, no offense Pisces men, but only ever seen Pisces men be the absolute worst humans on earth. I'm so sorry to those Pisces men that are watching this. You might be lovely angels, but from what I've seen, not the best bunch. I also like Aries because my partner's an Aries. I'm also an Aries moon, so I just think Aries are so passionate about things. Very loving. So yeah, I think those two. I also love Taurus. My childhood best friend was a Taurus, and I'm also a Taurus rising. Yeah, very stubborn and loyal. Those are my favourite, probably. My favourite element, it's so hard to choose between fire, water, air or earth. I feel like I don't resonate with fire very much. Obviously I'm a Pisces, so people would probably expect me to choose water, but I actually can't swim. And I've always resonated with like trees and flowers and nature more than the ocean. I do love the ocean as well, but I'm definitely more of an earth kind of person. But I did Google all of the elements to answer this question, and it does say that one of the elements is flower, so I think I'd like to choose flower if that's one of the options. If I have to choose one of those four, I suppose I'd choose earth or water. I don't actually know much about how air would work, if you could like control it, I mean, so maybe I'll do a poll in my community tab to ask you guys this, because I'd be really interested to know which one you resonate with more, fire, water, air or earth. I always choose grass in Pokemon as well, so I have a feeling that a lot of you would choose water though. That's what I think. Did you ever learn to play an instrument, or are there any you would like to play? I've never learnt to play an instrument. My family could never afford something like that. We didn't have any instruments growing up, and we would never be able to afford lessons either. But I do currently own a keyboard and a guitar, which I bought from my brother, because my brother learnt how to play guitar as an adult, and he learnt to play it within the last few years, and he's really good at it. So I'd really love to play the guitar. I've wanted to play the guitar since I first ever watched K-On!, which is an anime about these cute girls that form a band and drink tea and just the cutest girls ever. I really connected with the main character Yui. She plays guitar, and I always wanted to play guitar ever since I watched that, and that's why I have a guitar, but I'm not good at it. I can play the beginning of Metaton's theme on guitar, you know, the doon 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 doon. I can't do the rest of the song, and I can't play anything else. It really hurts my fingers. I'm a little bit better at keyboard, I think, but I think that's because we had to learn piano slash keyboard in music at school, and one of my best friends growing up had a big piano in her house, which I was obsessed with. I can't play any songs on that either, but I am better at it, and I really like going on it and just like improvising and making up cute little songs. There's a certain tone you can set on my keyboard that sounds like Animal Crossing music, so I like to put that tone on and kind of make up my own little Animal Crossing soundtracks. But yeah, I'm a really big fan of musicians. I think being a musician is one of the careers I admire the most. I think being able to make a sound that makes so many people feel an emotion so strongly, can make people cry, can make people feel like they're in love, can connect with people and their own stories and their own lives. I think it's probably one of the careers I admire the most in this world. Having tried to play an instrument many times, I'm aware of how difficult it is, so I really admire those of you who can play an instrument and make music. I'd really love to learn how to play the flute or the violin. Violin is one of my favourite instruments. Violin is used in almost all of my favourite soundtracks, and it always makes me cry. And also I'd really like to try the harp as well. I feel like the harp is a really underrated instrument. I think that would be fun to learn to play. What's a moment you'd consider a cool memory? I assume you want a happy one, because I have a lot of cool memories that are probably a bit sad or traumatic, so I don't want to go into any of them. Maybe bringing Archie home for the first time when I got him as a kid, or the sleepovers I used to have with my childhood friends. We used to all sit together with our DS's and play Animal Crossing all night, and it was so much fun. I really do wish we could get together again as adults and do that. Unfortunately, me and all my childhood friends have lost touch now. I'd love to hang out with them again, but they just don't really keep close contact with me anymore. Yeah, that just happens as you get older. People go different ways in life. Yeah, but it was definitely a lovely time for me. Another core memory for me is probably this one year. It snowed so heavily. I've never seen it snow as heavy ever since this time. And I was really close friends with my next door neighbor. I think she knocked for me or I knocked for her to come out and play, and it was nighttime and we just played in the snow all night and it was so much fun. I remember we just jumped from the bench in front of my house into this massive pile of snow and it looked crazy. Yeah, that's another one of those things where I don't have contact with that person anymore, and it's kind of really sad because you can become really close with these people and they can be some of the most, you know, cool moments of your life, and then you just don't really speak to them again as you get older or even hear about them or know what they're up to anymore. And I actually really struggle with things like that. I do think about my childhood friends and people I was close with in the past a lot, and I guess it's hard for me because I don't have any real life friends as an adult because my one friend that I do still keep in contact with moved far away, so I don't really have any friends. So I guess that's why I think a lot about my childhood friends and wish we could have stayed closer, you know. Okay, on to some more difficult questions. Hello there, it's me, Lulu the therapist, here to answer your very sad questions, but that's what I do because I can understand them. I've been super emotionally drained recently. What do you do when you're feeling drained emotionally? Honestly, I just lay in bed and cry. I honestly do not have the best coping skills. I'm so sorry you're feeling drained emotionally. I guess if I had to give you some advice, I would say to try and connect with the things that brought you joy as a child. You know, watch your old favourite cartoons, eat some food that you used to eat back then. If you have anyone around you for support, please contact them, hang out with people you love if you have anyone around you that you can, even if it's just a pet. Try to think about all the things that brought you joy when you were little, because I think when we were younger is when we were the most connected with our sense of self. Doing the things you loved as a kid I think can bring you back and can be quite healing. And I would also say just let yourself feel this. Like, it's okay to feel drained, it's okay to be sad or not feel anything for a while, it's okay. Just try to find some support and, you know, just let yourself feel like this. There's nothing wrong with feeling like this. Just let yourself feel like that for a while, and then when you feel ready, get up and start trying to go again. That's what I do. That's one of the reasons I've been gone for a month as well, so I understand how you feel. And yeah, I'm sorry you're going through that. I hope you feel better soon. There's nothing wrong with having negative emotions. It's okay to just feel them and know that you're not going to feel them forever, but it's okay to feel them right now for as long as you like. So yeah, that's my advice. I know this may be a heavy topic, but have you ever dealt with grief or any sense of loss in something or someone? Yes, I've actually never had a close real life person around me die, mainly because I'm very disconnected from most of my family. I don't know my grandparents on either side, my mum or my dad's. My dad's because he left when I was younger, and my mum's because they don't have a relationship due to childhood trauma and things. I've never had a grandparent die, I've never had a sibling or parent die, but I've had pets die. As you'll probably know, most recently my cat, my best friend Archie, was diagnosed with heart failure, and the vets told us that he was going to die, and they wouldn't let us bring him home and they wouldn't let us see him, and it was really horrible. That was probably the most painful grief I've experienced. It was horrific. It was like a week of just pain. My whole body hurt so much. I couldn't stop crying, my throat hurt, my chest, my entire body ached, and everything was just horrible. It was just like so much anxiety and sadness. Grief is definitely probably the worst emotion you can feel as a human. I'm very grateful to have not experienced it with any humans yet, but I do form really close connections with animals, and especially Archie. He's been there with me through a lot of horrible stuff in my life. In a lot of cases, he's been the only constant source of friendship and support for me throughout my life, so that was probably the hardest grief I've experienced, and he's still alive, so I'm really not looking forward to when he isn't, because I honestly have no idea how I will react. I'm really sorry if you're going through something like that at the moment. I think I read somewhere that grief is love that lasts, so to feel grief for someone just means that you'll love them forever. Yeah, I think it's beautiful in a way, but it is horrible, so I'm so sorry if you're going through anything like that at the moment. I really hope that you can start to feel a little bit better soon and things start to get a little bit easier. And a sense of loss in something or someone, I'm sure you've all heard me mention it just like vaguely a lot of times, but my family relationships are just all over the place. I have hardly any contact with anyone in my family, and that wasn't because of me. I didn't leave them. A lot of people in my family have left since I was little. My dad left when I was very young. I reached out to him again as an adult and he answered me and he said he was going to come see me, and then he blocked me and abandoned me again as an adult. I'm also the youngest of 5 siblings, but I have like no relationship with hardly any of my siblings because they all left when I was younger due to disagreements and arguments with my mum, which means that I've just been left with like no family relationships as an adult. Yeah, it's really hard to lose everyone like that. I also didn't make any friends in school, and the friends I did make didn't want to hang out with me once we left school because I don't like to go out drinking and stuff like that. So I've just ended up with kind of no one. A lot of people just aren't interested in me, even my own family. So yes, I definitely know what it's like to lose people. I understand that feeling probably more than you know. It sucks. It's okay to grieve friendships and families and deaths. I think it's just natural for us as humans to do that. Do you have any tips for overcoming loneliness in a sad home? What should I do or focus on during the hard times since I can't go out of the house? I'm so sorry you're living in a sad home at the moment. I can only assume that things aren't very good with whoever you're living with. I understand that completely, and I'm so sorry that you're having to live like that at the moment. I had to live like that for many years and it's so isolating, and you genuinely do feel like you're the only person in the world that's having to suffer like this and that you'll never get out. But I promise you will get out. It's so hard to say something to focus on during hard times because even if you try sometimes you can't. I mean, you're stuck there, you know, and it is hard to think of anything else when you're stuck in a certain place. But I would suggest, you know, escaping in your favourite TV shows and games, favourite YouTubers. Watch my videos if you enjoy those. I saw that you said you see me almost like a big sister, and that makes my heart so warm because honestly one of the reasons I really wanted to create content was because I didn't see many people making content who were like me, who struggled with a home life or a family that doesn't really work, or struggled with no friends and things like that. And I really wanted to make content that could be there for people during that time because I know how lonely it can be and how painful it is. I would suggest keep trying to focus on yourself. What things bring you joy? Are you creative? Do you like to study? Do you like to read? Do you like nature? If you can, try to really get into those sorts of things. Journal as well. Journal your feelings, even if they're nasty, angry feelings. As long as you can find somewhere to keep your journal that no one's going to read it. Just write all your feelings, even the horrible ones. It's okay to feel horrible feelings, and if you're ashamed of them afterwards, you can rip the paper up and throw it away. Yeah, just know it's okay. You're not alone. I promise you're not alone, and you will get out. Things will get better someday, and I really hope that day for you is soon. Yeah, just hang in there. You're definitely in my thoughts, and yeah, I'm just really hoping that you're doing well and take each day as it comes. Moving on to some more positive topics of conversation. What stores do you shop at? I love your clothes. Thank you so much. I mainly shop at H&M and ASOS because I can afford the clothes there, and they also do really good petite sections or sizing that fits me because I'm very small and I really struggle to find clothes that fit me. But I'm so glad you like my clothes. I've been experimenting more with my fashion the past few years, and I really feel like I'm almost finding my style now, which is fun because once I find my style, I can experiment with it more and accessorize it more. And yeah, I've been really enjoying fashion the past few years. I also really love the clothes from Brandy Melville, but Brandy Melville are a more expensive brand, so I only really ask for Brandy Melville clothes for gifts like birthdays or Christmas. I also buy some of my clothes from Yes Style because Yes Style also have a lot of good clothes for smaller people. If you're not a similar body type to me, I don't think I can suggest Yes Style or Brandy Melville, especially Brandy Melville because I'm pretty sure they have really limited sizing. But I do know that ASOS has a much larger sizing range. I definitely just check out H&M and ASOS. Who is your favourite Sanrio character? Mine is Cinnamoroll. Oh, that's so sweet. If you love Cinnamoroll, you should definitely enter my Kawaii Box giveaway I'm doing right now over on my Instagram. I got the cutest Cinnamoroll plushie in my Kawaii Box this month. I do love Cinnamoroll, but when I originally fell in love with Cinnamoroll, I thought they were a bunny, and then once I put more research into it, I realised they're a dog, and I definitely think I would prefer Cinnamoroll if they were a bunny because I'm not a dog person. I do love Cinnamoroll as well. I think I'd probably say my favourite is Agretsuko and My Melody because My Melody's a pink bunny. I mean, obviously she would be my favourite, and I love Retsuko because I'm a big fan of the TV show and I really relate to her character. And there's a new season coming out soon. I can't wait. I'm really excited to watch it. This isn't a Sanrio character, but I'm a huge Rilakkuma fan. I have a lot of Rilakkuma plushies. I've been collecting them for years. I recently got a new Rilakkuma keyring my partner bought for me, and I love to carry him around. He's like a little plushie that just hooks onto my tote bag, and I love to just like squeeze him and play with him when I'm out. I just love Rilakkuma. He isn't Sanrio, he's Sanex, but definitely check out Rilakkuma if you haven't already. He's my favourite Japanese character ever. So who was the person who inspired you the most in 2022? Nobody really inspired me in 2022. There must have been someone, but once you get to the end of a year, it's hard to remember like the beginning and middle part. You only really remember the end. And by the end of 2022, I was not really inspired at all. The only person who I can think of that keeps me inspired is myself. I have to just keep inspiring myself. I don't really watch any other Animal Crossing content creators because I don't want to accidentally or subconsciously like steal any ideas from their channel or their content. So yeah, I guess no one, which sucks. Myself. I inspire myself. And finally, how do you feel about 2023 so far? What are your feelings for the rest of the year? Or 2023 is the year of the rabbit, which is actually the year I was born. I was born in the year of the rabbit. So I can't help but feel like this year will be a good one. I really hope so anyway. Obviously each year comes with its own sad times and healing times and wonderful times. I'm really hoping that this year is a good one and that we can achieve more goals and have fun. I really want to have fun this year. I did get a fortune cookie at New Year's from a Chinese restaurant and my fortune said I'll have a lot of fun this summer. So whether that comes true or not, we'll have to see. I'm very excited for spring mainly because I just can't wait for the sun to come out and for everything to be a lot more brighter and happier. Okay, moving on to the Animal Crossing questions. What attracted you to Animal Crossing and what kept you playing? I think the graphics, the really cute graphics, the really cute character with the pink hair and sparkly eyes, the animal characters. I remember the first time I saw Animal Crossing on a TV advert and I just loved it. I just looked at it and I just loved it and I had to play it. I was already really into gaming when I first picked up Animal Crossing. The first proper video game I ever played was probably the original Sims game when I was like 4 or 5 years old. I know, should I have been playing The Sims when I was like 4 or 5 years old? The original Sims, that was much more raunchy. I don't know, but I had a lot of fun. I had so much fun playing The Sims and I was also really into playing Spyro but mainly I really loved The Sims because you can create a character and do whatever you want. Seeing Animal Crossing be just like that but with really cute characters and really cute animals, I just fell in love with it. And what kept me playing? Animal Crossing provided me with such a sense of comfort back when I played it as a child. Like I've said a million times, I don't really have the best childhood, but Animal Crossing was like this super wonderful, safe escape for me. So I obviously continued to play it. Just absolutely love this game. I love this universe. Animal Crossing was there for me during the hardest parts of my life. It really helped me during periods of depression and loneliness. And Animal Crossing was there for me during the hardest years of my childhood and the hardest years of my teenage years as well. And it's continued to be there for me during hard times in my adulthood. It's just a constant source of comfort and joy for me. I think it's a lot different to other games because as someone who struggles with anxiety, it's really lovely to play a game that is just about the complete opposite of anxiety, especially the older games anyway. I love that you can just be creative and everything is just so cute and lovely, and that the game's about taking things slow and making friends. I don't know, just everything about it brings me comfort and I love it and I will continue to love it and I always will love it. Even when the game disappoints me, I still adore it with my whole heart and I think I will for the rest of my life. This isn't actually something I talk about very often, but I am autistic and Animal Crossing is my special interest as well, so obviously I love this more than anything in the world and I will continue to love it more than anything in the world forever. Yeah, that's what keeps me playing. What is your favourite island theme? And when I first read this I was like, wait, what does that even mean? I'm such an old school Animal Crossing player. I was like, I don't know what that means. And then I realised you were asking like how I decorate my island. But first of all, I just wanted to say, I don't understand why we have this whole thing about themes in the Animal Crossing community. We never used to have this before, and I kind of really dislike that people have made rules about how to express yourself in this game, and I really want to make a whole video talking about this topic. For me, I just want people to have a cute little town that they decorate with whatever they like and whatever makes them happy. The reason I'm saying this is because I've had a lot of comments on my videos in the past year or so of a lot of young people saying, I really want to have a spring court island, but I really don't want to have to time travel to spring all the time, or oh, I really want to have this villager, but it doesn't fit in with my theme, and oh, I used to be really close to this villager in the old games, but they don't fit in with my fairy court island or my Halloween court island, so I can't have them anymore. And I really want to do this, but I can't because it doesn't fit in with my theme. I just hate that people have made rules for certain villagers and furniture you have to use if you want your island to be a certain theme. If you have a cottage court island, you have to have Maple and Teddy, and if you have a fairy court island, you have to have Lily and Julian, and it's just like, the complete opposite, I feel, of what the original Animal Crossing games were meant for. You don't need to live by these rules, it's a video game. Play however you want, you know? Decorate what makes you happy. You don't need to do everything within the set theming and rules because some YouTuber said so. Like, just play however you want, play what makes you happy, that's the whole point. Put an ugly sofa in the middle of your town because it makes you laugh. Like, just do whatever you want. Have an ugly villager because you love to bully him and hit him over the head with a net. That's the joy of Animal Crossing, doing what you want, having fun. If you want to have an ugly villager because you love him, do it. If you want to have an ugly villager that you used to hate in the old games just so you have someone to bully and hit with a net every time you play because it makes you happy, do it. I don't see why we've made all these rules. I really hate it. This is definitely a new thing with the new Animal Crossing community that came in with New Horizons. We had island themes before in New Leaf, but it wasn't to this extreme where people told you what villagers you're allowed to have and what furniture you're allowed to place, and you can't do that if it doesn't fit in your theme. We never had that before. Don't understand what this is. It makes me sad because I don't think people should have to worry about that while playing Animal Crossing. I think they should be able to just relax and decorate and make close relationships with their villagers, not just because they're cute, but because they actually had an experience and got to know them and connected with them. It's sad because a lot of ugly villagers are just getting no attention anymore because people are so obsessed with being aesthetic and having a perfect island with all these perfectly cute villagers. I really don't like it. But yeah, my favourite island theme? Probably, I don't know, fairy core? Cottage core? Let's please go back to how we used to play Animal Crossing core. It just makes me so sad to see young kids in my comments upset because they want to do a certain thing but they're not allowed because it doesn't fit their theme. I just think do what you want. It's a video game. Have fun. It's really not meant to be taken that seriously. What improvements would you like to see in the next Animal Crossing game? I'd really like it to be more like the original games, more like Animal Crossing New Leaf, and mainly I'd like to have better villager interactions and events because right now that's what keeps me from coming back to New Horizons as often. It's because the villager interactions and the events are really stale and boring. Just really like for them to be improved. I'd also really like for the next Animal Crossing game to actually be complete when it's released so that when they do add DLC, it'll actually be bringing new stuff to the game rather than just spending 2 years adding stuff that should have been there at the start. No offense, New Horizons. Who is your least favourite Animal Crossing villager and why? Okay, I think I've definitely gone into this many times before. Rizzo, he's a rat villager that wears a little like napkin around his head, which is apparently based on a Japanese thief story, but I love to hate Rizzo. Rizzo is like my rival. In Animal Crossing, you always have a villager you dislike but love to dislike. I don't hate him that much, I just love to hate him. Because he moved his house on top of my lemon trees and I was playing Animal Crossing next to my partner and I screamed out, Rizzo! After he put his house on my favourite lemon trees, and it's just like a meme between me and my partner that I shout Rizzo because I was just so dramatic for absolutely no reason. He just wound me up every single time I played, but it was just really funny. So I don't want anything bad to happen to Rizzo, but I do hate him, you know? Another villager I really dislike is Eugene. I genuinely think I hate Eugene. I know a lot of you out there are fans of Eugene. He's the koala with the sunglasses. I just hate him. He just creeps me out. He was in my New Leaf town and he was really mean to me, but not even in a funny way. He was just mean and I just didn't like him, and I didn't like him in my town, and I don't like Eugene. Sorry to those of you Eugene fans out there. I just don't see what's to like about him. I just hate him. And finally, I know I'm gonna get hate for this one. Because there's absolutely no reason for me to dislike this villager. So I'm really, really sorry to say this. I'm really scared to say this actually, but I can't even say it. I really dislike Dom. The new sheep with the stupid face. I really hate this sheep. I don't know what it is about him. Whenever I see his face, I just get mad. I hate his face. I hate that everyone loves him and I think he has the worst design ever. I've just noticed all the villagers I hate are boys. Interesting. The community's obsession with Dom confuses me to no end. I don't like his character design. I don't think we needed another ugly sheep. I love the sheep villagers, but I don't think we needed another ugly one. But people genuinely think Dom is cute, and it confuses me because I think he has one of the worst villager designs I've ever seen, and I really hate his face. He kind of looks like a person in a sheep costume, and I don't like that. There are other villagers that kind of look like they're in a costume as well, like Francine and Chrissy, but I like them. I think they have really cute and fun designs. Dom, I just don't get it, and I would never say I dislike a villager just because they're ugly, but it's because of the community's obsession with Dom. Like, I see Dom fan art everywhere. I even see Animal Crossing songs named after Dom, like on lo-fi playlists. He's always on like every lo-fi playlist thumbnail. I just don't get it. I think there are so many other villagers to be obsessed with that would be much better than Dom. I also just hate the name Dom. I just hate the sheep. Honestly, I hate the sheep because everyone's obsessed with him and I don't understand it. I just don't think it's warranted. I don't think he deserves to be that loved. I'm so sorry, Dom. I'm so sorry. I feel really bad. He's never done anything to me personally, and obviously I don't despise him because I've never had any actual interaction with him other than when I've seen him on Friends and other people's islands. But yeah, I just don't get the obsession with Dom. I don't like him. That's just me though. You can like him. By the way, I know people get offended when you say which villagers you don't like. You can still like them. You can still love Eugene, Rizzo and Dom. I just don't like them. That's fine. I have people like comment on my videos all the time like, why do you like Ruby? She's ugly. I don't get why you like Ruby. She has an ugly face. And I'm like, I don't like her because of her face. I like her because of the friendship we made together in old games. And I don't care if you think she's ugly, you can think she's ugly. I love her though. It like doesn't affect me at all. I want people to love all the villagers. Just because I dislike them doesn't mean you have to. I think that's what keeps the Animal Crossing community interesting. So please don't be offended if you love Dom or Eugene or Rizzo. That's what I mean about the new community. A lot of them only care about what the villager looks like and they can't understand why I'm obsessed with Ruby. Because they think she's ugly and I'm like, yeah, she was considered ugly, especially by players who have been around for years. A lot of the new players adopted her into like the cottagecore aesthetic villager list. Before then, Ruby wasn't popular at all and a lot of people thought she was ugly, but we didn't like villagers because they were pretty in the old games. We liked villagers because we made friends with them or had funny interactions or relationships with them, and that's why I love Ruby. So, and if people tell me that they don't like her because she's ugly, I don't get offended. I don't care. You can think she's ugly. I love her though, and that's all that matters to me is that I love her. So if you love Eugene and Rizzo and Dom, I love that for you. But I don't, and I don't have to like them, and if you're offended by that, I feel sorry for you. So, yeah, anyway. Next question is, do you still play Animal Crossing Pocket Camp? How often do you play it now usually? I used to be obsessed, but I found that all the events and everything are a bit repetitive, and I barely play it anymore. Ah, that sucks. Yeah, honestly, I don't really play it much anymore unless I'm recording a video or if there's a really cute event on, like this month there's a really cute Valentine's event on. I think the Valentine's items are usually always super cute. But yeah, I do not play it other than when I'm recording videos now, mainly just because everything in it costs real life money and I cannot justify spending real life money on the game anymore. I can't afford it. I'm just not really as into it as I used to be. But I do really love that Pocket Camp continues to update it. You said that the events are a bit repetitive. I understand that because it is always the same thing, a fishing tourney, a gyroid event, a gardening event, but I do really appreciate that they continuously update Pocket Camp, unlike New Horizons. Even if it is the same events every time, there's always new items to unlock and new theme to enjoy. I really wish they would do something like that with New Horizons, so I do still love Pocket Camp. I'm just not as into it as I used to be. Do you still play Animal Crossing New Horizons, and do you think you'll start a new island? Well, yes, I do still play. I do currently go through months of not touching it at all though. I haven't touched the game since I last recorded a video, which was before Christmas time. Yeah, do you think you'll start a new island? I get this question a lot, asking me if I'm going to reset my island or start a new one. The answer is no. I won't. I love my island. I'm not the type to reset. I used to reset my game a lot when I was a kid. I'm not gonna lie, I did make a lot of fun memories resetting my game with my friends, and me and my friends used to get together and reset our towns, answer the questions differently in Captain's Taxi to see which character face we'd get, because there wasn't like game guides back then, so we just had to answer the questions differently to see what different characters you can have, and we'd also love to see which villagers we start with, and this was our way of discovering new villages and new things in the game, which was a lot of fun back then, but I definitely wouldn't do it now, especially because in New Horizons there's no reason to do that. If you want a certain villager on your island, you can have them forever, because when they ask to move away you can just say no and they won't move away, whereas in the old games they would, so you would want to reset your town to see which other new villagers you could get or see if you would get them again. And in New Horizons you can just go to the mirror and change your face entirely whenever you want, so there's no need to reset the game just to get a different face. You can completely terraform every single part of your island in New Horizons, so there's no need to reset for a different town layout either. But yeah, honestly that isn't something I will ever do. I don't want to lose any of the progress I've made on my island. I don't want to lose all the memories I've made on my island. Yeah, I'd love to start a New Horizons island, but it's not something I can afford. Unfortunately, I don't have the money. I'm very jealous of other creators out there who can just afford to go get a new console to make a whole new island. That's insane to me. But yeah, that's not something in my budget, unfortunately. But I love my current island and I don't want to get rid of it or reset it because I love it so much. I just don't think it's worth it in this game, personally. So yeah, that's not something I'll be doing. I'll be sticking with Lil Land forever. Maybe in the future, if I get enough money for a new Switch, we can start a new Animal Crossing island or New Horizons. I think that'd be really fun. But for now, I'm sticking with this one. I'd always recommend people to stick with their islands rather than resetting, but that's just my opinion. Okay, Okay, moving on to games, movies and music. Do you watch cartoons, and if so, what's your favourite? And will you be playing Stardew Valley on your channel again? Okay, let me answer the Stardew Valley question first. I don't think I'll be playing Stardew Valley on the channel again anytime soon. The past few years I've been asked if I'll play Stardew Valley again, and I've said yes, and then just not done it, and I really hate giving promises that I can't keep. I really hate continually saying, yeah, I'll do this, and then I don't follow through with it. For example, the Stardew Valley Let's Play, and also my island tour. I keep telling everyone, yes, I'm going to do an updated island tour, and yes, I'm going to start a Stardew Valley Let's Play. But it's been like 2 years and I haven't done either of those things, and I just really want to stop saying I'm going to do things when I'm not. So my honest answer for now is no. I would like to someday, but as of right now, it's not something I'm interested in, because I did already play through Stardew Valley on my own quite a long time ago, and I experienced every single heart event because I dated every single person in the game. I know, I am bisexual though, so you can't blame me. Unfortunately, I think Stardew Valley is a very story-based game. At least for me, the goal of playing is to experience all the heart events, and I've already seen them all, so I feel like it wouldn't be a very genuine reaction for me replaying it to do that again, because I've already seen them all, and it's just not something I'm interested in doing again at the moment. I probably will play Stardew Valley on the channel someday, but as of right now, it's not in my plans. Anyways, do you watch cartoons? Yes, I do. What's my favourite? Okay, so one of my favourite childhood cartoons I watched is called 16. It's about 6 teenagers who work at the mall. It was one of my favourite shows growing up, and I actually rewatch that cartoon every year or so. It is still just as good as an adult, and actually I have a piercing in my right ear, which I only ever got because of the character Nikki in 16. I was really obsessed with her as a kid. She was my favourite character, and she has all these piercings in her ears, and so the only reason I have the top of my ear pierced is because I desperately wanted to be more like her, because she was my favourite character. So that's an interesting fact for you. You can actually watch all of the 16 episodes on YouTube as well, so if you haven't watched 16, I definitely recommend it. It's a Canadian cartoon and it has a lot of adult humour. Obviously some of it is a little bit outdated because it was like the early 2000s. It's a lot of fun and I love to rewatch it every year, so yeah, 16 is one of my favourites. Another one of my favourites is My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic. I'm a big My Little Pony fan and I love Friendship is Magic so much. I'm really upset though because I was in the process of watching it all and then they took it off of Netflix in the UK, so I can't watch the last few seasons, and I really wanted to see through to the end. So if any of you know somewhere that I can watch the rest of My Little Pony, please let me know, because my life has been really sad since I haven't been able to watch My Little Pony anymore. I've looked online for the DVDs. They don't sell Friendship is Magic DVDs anywhere either, so I'm really confused by this. Please let me know where I can watch My Little Pony. What's your favourite Studio Ghibli movie? Probably Howl's Moving Castle, but I also love Spirited Away, Princess Mononoke, Kiki's Delivery Service, Arrietty, The Cat Returns. I feel like The Cat Returns is so underrated. It was actually the first ever Ghibli movie I watched. I think so anyway, because when I first watched Spirited Away, I felt like I'd already seen it as a kid on TV, so I must have at some point. The first one I went out of my way to watch when I was older that I knew was a Ghibli movie was The Cat Returns, because one of my mum's friends lent me all their Ghibli DVDs because they knew I was into anime, and as a kid I was obsessed with stories about girls becoming cats. For some reason that was like a massive niche I was into. Anything about girls becoming cats, I would take it out from the library and read it, and I was obsessed with it. So I had this big collection of Ghibli DVDs and I saw it's a story about a girl that turns into a cat, so obviously that was the first one I ever watched. So I really love The Cat Returns, and it's really special to me because the cat in it, Muta, really reminds me of my old departed angel, my old cat Bob. Looks just like him, and also Baron reminds me of my cat Archie, so I really love that movie. Some other really good ones are When Marnie Was There, and I also really love the new one, Earwig and the Witch. I know a lot of people didn't like it because of the CGI animation, but I thought I'd give it a go anyway. I would have honestly preferred it to be animated like the other movies, but I did really love the story. I think it ended a bit abruptly, but I love the setting in an English town, and the cat character is so cute, and I really loved it. So if you haven't given that one a go because you're scared of the animation or you've heard bad things, I would definitely give it a go. I really loved it personally. I don't know why other people hated it so much. I thought it was a lot of fun, nice and relaxing and funny. The characters are cute and yeah, I loved it. But I pretty much love all of the Ghibli movies. The only one I dislike is Porco Rosso, but I won't get into that right now. I'm so sorry. I know it's like blasphemous to hate a Ghibli movie, but I really don't like Porco Rosso. Anyways, moving on. Who are some of your favourite musicians and your favourite song right now? Some of my favourite musicians are Aurora, Coldplay, Mitski, Muse. I like Melanie Martinez as well. Any Vocaloid songs. I'm really into Vocaloid music. I say this every time, but I can't go into Vocaloid music because it's such a niche, and if I go into it I'll be here for hours talking about different things, so I'll just talk about regular music at the moment. I usually have a song that I'm listening to on repeat all the time, but you've actually caught me at a time where I don't currently have a song I'm obsessed with, which sucks because it's hard to say a favourite song at the moment. I've been enjoying Exist for Love by Aurora, Blood in the Wine by Aurora, and Humankind by Coldplay. What's your favourite song of all time? It's really hard for me to say my favourite song ever, so usually when people ask, I just say Mr. Blue Sky, because Mr. Blue Sky never fails to make me smile. I love it so much. If you haven't listened to that song, you have to listen to it. It's the best. Ever since I was a kid, I've been obsessed with it. The next question is so random, but it's, have you watched Puss in Boots 2? If so, what are your opinions on it? No, I haven't watched Puss in Boots 2 yet because it isn't out here in the UK yet. Can you believe that? It still isn't even out in cinemas here. I've been seeing clips of it everywhere and I'm so sad because I can't watch it anywhere yet. But everyone else has already watched it. I'm a big fan of Shrek and I'm a big fan of Puss in Boots. Puss in Boots was actually my phone wallpaper on my old flip-up phone for many years when I was younger. So I'm very excited to watch Puss in Boots 2. I've seen that it tackles a lot to do with anxiety and there's even a scene where a character has a panic attack. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how they do that. I think it'll be very interesting, especially for a character like Puss in Boots to experience something like that. So I'm very much looking forward to watching it. I can't wait actually. What was your favourite game you played in 2022? My favourite Switch game I played last year was probably Ooblets. I had a lot of fun playing that with you guys. I haven't actually picked it up since the last Let's Play, but I'm looking forward to playing it again. I think it was a great game, so if you didn't buy that game last year, I definitely recommend giving it a go. And my favourite other game I played last year was probably Nier Replicant. I'm a big fan of Nier Automata, so I was very excited to play Nier Replicant. I've only done the first playthrough because these sorts of games have many different playthroughs, but I've done the first one. I haven't got into the next playthroughs yet, but I'm looking forward to it. I really enjoyed that game. What is your favourite game besides Animal Crossing? My favourite games besides Animal Crossing are Undertale, Nier Automata, Life is Strange, and Little Big Planet, probably. Are there any recent TV shows and movies you've enjoyed? Honestly, I haven't watched very many new movies that have come out or TV shows. I've recently been watching Ranking of Kings with my partner and we've been enjoying that a bit. I'm completely up to date with the Attack on Titan anime. I'm very much looking forward to the finale of Attack on Titan. I've been watching it since it first ever released in 2012, which is insane. So I'm very nervous for the ending because I've been watching it for so many years now. But yeah, I haven't really watched any new movie releases that I can think of. So yeah, feel free to give me movie recommendations if you have any. The final question in this category is, what games have you been playing recently? Actually, recently I've been playing a lot of Minecraft. Minecraft's one of them games you like sink into for a few months and then don't touch again for a year, just like The Sims. And recently I've been in a Minecraft phase again. Me and my partner have been playing it together a lot. We've been having so much fun playing together. He plays on the Xbox and I play on the Switch, and then we join the same world and just build together. And yeah, I've been having a lot of fun playing Minecraft. I also got Room Factory 5 for Christmas. I played a bit of that. I didn't think I liked it at first, but then I got more into it. I think I'm enjoying it now. I'm looking forward to playing more of that game. I also got Pokemon Violet for Christmas as well. I will say the graphics in that game are shocking. I don't understand why the game looks like that. When the Switch can handle games like New Horizons and Breath of the Wild, I don't know why Pokemon still looks like that. When I play Pokemon on the TV, it hurts my eyes, so I tried to play it in handheld mode. The same with Room Factory 5. The graphics don't look very nice on the TV, but in handheld mode, it looks a lot better. But yeah, I played a bit of Pokemon Violet. I haven't picked it up again in a while, but I'll probably pick it up again in the future. And other than that, I've actually been playing Animal Crossing Population Growing on my partner's phone. So my partner got a new phone contract. Actually, he got a new one years ago, but he gave the new phone to me and kept his really old iPhone for so many years now. But he purposefully chose to get a Samsung this time because it came with a free laptop that he wants to give to me. I know, I'm so blessed. My boyfriend just like gets his contract so he can give me a free phone or a free laptop. So he switched from iPhone to Samsung just so I could get a free laptop, which will hopefully be here in a few weeks. But yeah, because he has a Samsung now, he can get an emulator on his phone. So he downloaded Animal Crossing for me and I've been playing Animal Crossing. I love it so much. Playing the original Animal Crossing game again is just so lovely. I've actually even experienced new things. So I did play Animal Crossing GameCube many years back. I had a town and everything. I originally wanted to have an Animal Crossing GameCube Let's Play on my channel, but it didn't work with my recording software. So that's how I ended up making a City Folk Let's Play, but it was meant to be an Animal Crossing GameCube Let's Play originally. But yeah, I've been loving that game so much. It's so funny. The villagers are hilarious. I have a lot of really cute villagers. I got like the exact same town layout as my original Animal Crossing GameCube town. I got cherries and I got 3 cat starter villagers. I got Tabby, Olivia, and and Tom, who you guys know from my City Folk Let's Play. I've just been having so much fun playing that game again, and once I get my laptop, I'm gonna see if I can get an emulator on my computer, because once I have my laptop, I'll have 2 monitors, which make it a lot easier to record on my PC, which I do have a lot of trouble with at the moment. My recording software crashes and stuff a lot, so once I get my new laptop, I'm gonna see if I can download an emulator on my PC, and then maybe I can start an Animal Crossing GameCube Let's Play on the channel as well, because I've just been enjoying it so much and I'd love to share it with you all, so it could be fun to start a new town together. We could play Animal Crossing GameCube or Animal Crossing New Leaf, so maybe I'll do a poll and leave that up to you guys if that's something I'm able to do anyway. And now let's move on to the final category, which is questions about YouTube. Will you be making any more Cozy Grove videos? I bought the game because of you. Oh, that's so sweet. I hope you've been enjoying it. I don't currently have any plans to make more Cozy Grove videos because the company who made the game so kindly gifted me the DLC for the extra bears, and I'm not even close to unlocking them yet, but because they so kindly gifted it to me for free, I really would like to repay that kindness by making a video showing off the new bears, but I'm not even close to unlocking them yet, so that's why I've been playing it a bit off camera to try and further progress. Unfortunately, I haven't actually picked the game up in quite a while now because I've just been so busy doing other things. I would definitely play more Cozy Grove if that's something a lot of you wanted to see. It's not in my priority to play it at the moment. I don't want to say that I'm going to do things when I'm not anymore, so as of right now, I don't have much plans to play Cozy Grove again until I've progressed a bit more. But like I said, if many of you want to see more, then I'll definitely record some more gameplay. Pocket Camp videos this year? Yes, definitely. I know I said earlier I don't really play much anymore, but there's a really cute Valentine's event on at the moment that I'd like to record and share with all of you. I do love the Valentine's events in Pocket Camp, and if there's any other adorable events throughout the year, I'll probably record them. Pocket Camp still brings me a lot of joy, and I just think it's great for Animal Crossing content because it's constantly being updated and there's always new stuff to find in the game and enjoy, so yeah, there'll definitely be some Pocket Camp videos this year. What's your ultimate YouTube goal? Could be sub count, views, or ideas. That's very difficult. I don't really try to focus on numbers or views that much. I mean, we just hit 25,000 subscribers, which is insane. I think 30,000 would be amazing. I think 50,000 would be a dream come true. That's a lot of people to me. And yeah, that would be insane. I think my main goal with YouTube is to get to a point where I don't have to worry about money, because as of right now, I earn so little with YouTube that it's difficult to create content solely for pure enjoyment. I do try to do that as best as I can, but there is a little voice in the back of my head that's like, you can't play this game because no one's going to watch it. You can't continue this series because people aren't watching it anymore, and if people don't watch it, you can't buy as much food this month. I do rely on YouTube for my livelihood, so I'd really like it to get to a point where I don't have to worry about that, where I can just play whatever I want, and which I do try to do as best as I can, but it would be really nice to have no anxiety about it in the slightest, so I could just play any game I want for fun, and we could enjoy it together, and there'd be no worry about whether it's going to affect my life this month and if I'll be able to buy bread, you know? I don't do YouTube for the money, but I do rely on YouTube for money as of right now, and I think my main goal would be to get to a point where I don't have to worry about that stuff anymore, and we can just have fun playing whatever we like, whenever we like, and it wouldn't really affect whether I can eat that month. That's my ultimate goal as of right now, I think. What has been the best or one of the best moments you've had thanks to your YouTube channel? Oh, definitely partnering up with Nintendo. I was a founding member of Nintendo UK's partner program, which is the Friends of Nintendo community. I was a founding member. I was a part of this community before many of the big YouTubers you guys probably know. It was amazing. I'm so grateful to them for wanting to work with me. They invited me to celebrate the launch of Nintendo Switch Sports, which was incredible. There were actual celebrities there, and I was just so excited. You know, it makes me feel like what I do actually has a big impact and actually affects people, and what I do is actually worthwhile, because I do feel like a lot of people in my life don't really consider what I do to be a proper job or a proper thing. For example, at my partner's parents' place recently, his dad asked me, are you still doing that YouTube thing? I don't think he meant anything negative by it, but to phrase my job as that YouTube thing, it confused me a bit, because I was like, well, yeah, that's my job. I'm not gonna stop doing my job. So for Nintendo to want to partner with me is just insane. Like, I've been playing Nintendo games since I could move, and the fact that they wanted me to be a part of their program is just insane to me. Another amazing moment was being nominated for the Game Her Awards. I made it to the finals up against some of my favourite creators and so many amazing creators. Obviously I didn't win, but I was just so grateful to be nominated for an award. It makes me feel like I actually have an impact on people, which is an incredible feeling, especially because I do feel so isolated a lot of the time. You know, I'm just a girl of like barely any family and barely any friends that just sits in her flat with her cat all day playing games. And so to do that and see like companies and things want to give me awards and want me to share their games, it's just crazy to me, and it makes me feel much more important than I probably actually am. So but honestly, probably one of the most amazing things that's happened to me because of my YouTube channel is that John Cena follows me on Twitter, and I still don't know why, and it's still amazing to me. I don't know why he follows me, but thank you John Cena for following me on Twitter. That's just insane to me. It's really funny because I got bullied a lot during school by boys that are obsessed with John Cena, so it feels good, you know. It feels good to say John Cena's on my side, so if you ever say anything negative to me again, I can get John Cena to beat you up. I know you've touched on this topic before, but would you ever consider doing vlogs? No pressure. Oh, that's okay, I don't feel any pressure from you asking me that. I actually would love to do vlogs. Unfortunately, I don't do much in my life that is worth vlogging, and I can't afford a camera. You know, I was actually going to do this Q&A with a camera and show my face because for the Game Her Awards I had to record a thank you speech in case I won, and it had to be with my face. So I recorded that on my phone. I was really nervous about what I'd look like, but when I watched it back I thought I actually didn't even look that ugly, so I was like, oh, it gave me a little bit of a confidence boost. So I was wondering whether to be brave and do the first Q&A this year with my face in the video, but unfortunately I wasn't able to get the Game Her Awards thank you speech over to them because I couldn't get any video off my phone onto my computer or through on emails because the video was too big. Luckily that worked out fine because I didn't win the Game Her Awards anyway, so they didn't need the thank you speech, which is good because it would have been really embarrassing to win and not have a thank you speech for me. I can't currently afford a camera, which is what I'd need to do that, but if I could afford a camera I think I'd be recording stuff like that already. If you do want to see more vlog type content from me, you can check out my Instagram. I do make videos when I go out to pretty places in nature, sometimes little videos about what I did with my day, and I also do cute like unboxings and decorate my Switch with me and cute stuff like that all the time. So if you wanted to see more about my everyday life, I definitely check my Instagram because I update it all the time. Yeah, I'm going to continue updating it this year. There's also a giveaway on my Instagram right now. Have I mentioned that already? Probably. But there's a kawaii box giveaway on my Instagram at the moment to thank you all for 25,000 subscribers, so definitely check that out as well if you haven't yet. I'd just like to hear about what sort of content and videos we'll be seeing this year. Well, actually, once I get my new laptop, I'm going to start writing video scripts. I currently write video scripts and ideas on my phone and it hurts my hands. So once I have a laptop, I think my hands will thank me because it will hurt them a lot less and I can write a lot longer video scripts. And I currently have 2 long video ideas. I want to make more videos that have a bigger impact. For example, my Why Brewster is So Important to Animal Crossing video. I think a lot of people like that video and I really like that video. And I want to make more videos that are essay style like that, talking about things that are important to me. But obviously I have to come up with topics that are important to me, and those videos take a long time because I like to write down all my thoughts and feelings and express them as best as I can. Yeah, I'd like to do more videos like that this year. I'm gonna try to not put as much pressure on myself because last year I really made myself feel guilty about not uploading very often. This year I really like to focus on having fun. I want to make more Animal Crossing gameplay videos, whether that's in a new Animal Crossing game or continue to do gameplay videos in New Horizons. I feel like a lot of you enjoyed the Christmassy winter vlog style Animal Crossing videos last year, and I had a lot of fun filming them, and I feel like we have a lot of funny moments when we just sit down and play the game, so I'd like to do more stuff like that this year as well. And the final question is, what are your YouTube goals for 2023? Like I said, I want to do those sorts of videos and not put too much pressure on myself, but my main goal for YouTube this year is to have fun. I really want to play games that make us laugh and that we can have funny moments in. I feel like last year I really focused on creating calming content because I do think that's my niche. I know a lot of you come to me to relax because you like the sound of my voice, which is so sweet, and I'm going to continue making calming, lovely relaxing videos for you all, but I also want to have a lot of funny moments. I recently got done editing and uploading my best bits of 2022, which is all the funny silly moments we had last year, and I definitely feel like there could be more. So this year I do want to have a lot more fun. I just want to be silly and goofy and play games and laugh, and I think that's my main goal for YouTube this year, is to just have fun and laugh more. I'm really looking forward to that. But yeah, those are all the questions you guys asked. I think I actually managed to answer every single one of them, so I hope I was able to answer your questions. I just want to say thank you so much again for 25,000 subscribers. I'm so grateful. That's a number I couldn't even dream of when I first started making YouTube videos, which was actually 4 years ago now. Can you believe I've been making videos for 4 years? It will have been 4 years on the 18th of February. That's crazy to me. It doesn't feel like I've been doing this for 4 years. I feel like I definitely need to improve my content creation. I'm excited to try some new things and experiment and have fun this year. And I'm really grateful for those of you who have stuck around for so long and choose to stick by me. Thank you all so much for your support. I really do appreciate each and every one of you. And I'm going to try my best again this year, so I hope you'll stick around and support me again for another year. So before I go for today, I do want to say an extra special thank you to my wonderful and lovely Patreon supporters. Thank you so much for supporting me last year, and I hope you'll continue to support me this year. I'm so grateful to all of you. Your support helps me out so much, and you're the sweetest angels. To the rest of you, I hope you're having a super lovely day, and I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please make sure to take care of yourself today. Please remember that you are lovely and loved and deserve so much happiness. So I hope you'll stick around for another year with me. If you enjoyed this video, please do consider leaving a like and subscribing. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a super lovely day, and I'll speak to you all in my next video. Bye!